Hello YouTubers. Today I am going to show you how to download and install EPSolar's solar monitoring software for your Tracer charge controllers. Now the charge controllers I'm using is a Tracer 4215BN, but this software will work with any of the EPSolar's charge controllers that have a communications port. So the first thing we need to do is get the software, and that was kind of hard for me to do. I had to do a lot of searching, but I found out where to download it. So you go to EPSolarPV.com. Now the first time I went to this website, it was all in Chinese, so I had to go up here and click English. Then it changed to English for me, and now every time I come back to it, it is in English. So you want to go to Technical Support, Download, and this is where you could download all of your user manuals if you wanted to for your charge controllers and stuff. But what I want to do is go to Software and download the Monitor Software version 1.2. So we click Download. I want to save the file. Now this is a RAR file folder actually, and the software that I had wouldn't open RAR files, so I had to download WinRAR. WinRAR, and that software is free, and it allowed me to open up the folder. So there it is right there. So let's go to that folder, and this is what you get. Now with this, you don't get any setup, and there is some quite intense setup you have to do with the USB, because you got to convert it from their communication port on the charge controller to a USB. And nowhere in here does it tell you what to or how to do it. But what I found is that this SPPO2 software, which is for a different type of reader for the charge controller, which I don't have, I downloaded that as well and saved the file. Make a note of what it is. So it ends up with a 438 zip. Okay. And that's a zip file, so it should be easy to find. Okay, so in this one, if you open that file, the SPP tools, it's got installation guidance, which is going to tell you how to set up everything. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, right now all we need to do is we're going to go to the solar monitoring software, open that, and we're going to do the Windows installer. Oh, let's just do the EPSolar EPever setup, because that does it all in one go. Okay, the installer guides you through the steps to install the solar station monitor on your computer. Next, use its suggested place to put it, except for I'm going to install the monitor software for everyone on this computer. Next, click next to confirm. Yes. Okay, the software has now been installed, and I will show you that right here. We go to all programs, EPever. In there is the solar station monitor. Click that and it comes up. Okay, so here we are. We've installed the software, and this screen has come up asking for system information. It wants us to fill it in, but right now what we need to do is install the USB software so that the cable going from the charge controller to the computer will work. So let's exit this. Let's close this down. Yes, I want to exit. Now, remember in those downloads that we did, we downloaded that zip file. Open that, SPP Tools, double click that, and the installation guidance folder up there, double click that, and we're going to open that, which I've already saved to my desktop, but I wanted to show you guys where that is. So we're going to double click that, open it up, and it's going to tell us how to hook up our cable. Now this is for one of their products called an SPP. I don't know what that stands for, but the information we need to connect our solar monitoring software is basically the same. So we're going to use their help file on the SPP. Unfortunately, they should have made one for the software, but they didn't. Okay, so first thing it says to do is to install the USB driver. So we go back to that file manager. There it is. Go back to this, and up here in the RAR file, there's a USB driver folder. Double click the driver, and I've been using this one right here, the 2000. I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to use, but this one seems to work. So double clicking that, it's extracting it. It's going to install it. Well, it does that. Okay, connect their SPP, so we're going to connect the cable from our charge controller, which is an RS45 or something like that. Looks like a telephone cable, and it converts it to USB. So we're going to connect that to the charge controller and connect the other end to a USB port. Okay. So open their software, which we don't have their software. So now we're going to go to the device manager and make sure that it installed that USB cable, because I didn't get no screen saying it did. So let's have a look. Start. Control panel. Device manager. Ports. And there it is. It's on COM 3. Okay? So that's good. It seemed to work. And that's all we need to do from here. I'm going to just minimize it in case I have to come back. But now when we open the Solar Station Monitor software, that window comes up. I've found and learned the hard way that we just exit that. I'll go ahead and maximize that. And up here's a button, Add a Station. And System. For some reason I've clicked that Add Station, it don't work, but if I go System, Add Station, up comes a blank one. So we're going to call the station name number 1, station ID 1, district. USA sounds so much better than China. Location, Missouri. Contact. It's not anything with an asterisk you need. Anything without an asterisk you don't need, but I'm going to go ahead and put my name on here. John. Contacts, I don't know what that means. My rated power for the system is 250 watts. The date installed, we'll use today's date. You can use the calendar day, put whatever day you want. My system is 12 volts. My battery capacity is 410 amp hours. Okay, then we go to the PV array tabs. My panels are 45 watts. Number of arrays 1. We got 6 panels. Peak power is 250 watts. Then we go to battery type is flooded, and that section there is grayed out 2000, but we changed it back here to 410, so I'm guessing when I save it, it changes that. Click OK, so everything's filled in. No more asterisks. No asterisks on that page, so I'm going to leave it. We'll go add. Add station succeeded. OK. And now we exit that. OK, so now you're up here at this screen right here. Now on this screen, you could, if you had different stations, like 2 different arrays tied into the one charge controller, you could monitor each one separately. But since I only have one, it's the default there. We click Start Monitor. It's gonna check that every 30 seconds. The operationtime.com3. Oh, I know what I need to do. We need to go back in here. Right. Close this. Okay. And to go back in our device manager, there's some things we had to change in that. So we go to control panel, device manager. We had to set up that COM3. So we'll right click on that for properties, port settings. Yeah. And if I had showed you in this book right here, we go to the port settings, and we basically want to change everything to read what that does right there. So if I put that like that, just drag it off to the side. Well, let's do properties, and now we'll minimize that. Put that over here. Okay, so change that to 115.200. Data bits 8, none. Stop bits 1, none. We need to tick that right there like they've ticked, which they've highlighted to tell you to tick. And latency. Okay, so that looks good. Okay. Now we click OK, and that's saved it. Now if we open up the Solar Station Monitor software, I guess every time you open it, it's going to come up with that. So we're going to exit that, maximize that, and start the monitor. There you go. It fills in all your information for you. See that? What you got to remember right now is it's dark outside, so it's telling me, if you watch my other video, I'm getting a stray voltage from my panels even at night that says 3.35. That's I've been told that's backfeed from my batteries. It's got no draw from it, no wattage. It's not using any wattage, but it's picking up that voltage. Okay, the battery information right now. The battery is at 12.91 volts. The maximum voltage is 13.8. The temperature, which when I bought the cable that goes from the charge controller to the computer, it came. I also ordered the temperature gauge as well, so it tells me the batteries of my temperature of my batteries in Celsius. Don't think I can change that. And state of charge is 69%, and that's because I did use it today. And my small system, my panels are on my mobile home roof, which is in another one of my videos. They don't directly face the sun, so I need to set something up better than that so it don't get charged every day to a full load. DC load is right there. Right now I have nothing on, but if I reach over here and I got a little light wired up to it, little LED, let's see if that changes. Okay, I just turned the light on. It says it updates every 30 seconds, so let's see if that, give it some time. See if that updates. And over here it tells you the device temperature is 26.49. Device status is normal. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, load. There's my load. Came up, picked it up, spiked up. So my LED is drawing 0.14 amps, 12.91 volts, and 1.8 watts. Isn't that cool? So you can over here it tells you for the day how much it generated energy is 0.35, monthly is 1.04, annual is 4.16 kilowatt hours. That is because I guess it took that from all the time that I've had it since I've had it, because I've just installed the software, and this information is over the whole period that I've had my charge controller, so that's pretty good. Let's see what else we got down here. Energy, okay, so consumed daily. Now that doesn't do the annual, since I have my charge controller, because I know I've used more than 0.01 kilowatt hours. But I guess it does, because it says daily I've used 0, but over the month, so maybe that isn't a cumulative as well. It says annual, so it must be. So there you have it. There's the software installed and working. If I get a chance tomorrow afternoon, when I get home and the sun's out, I'll do another short addition to this video showing you what it looks like while we're getting some current, battery, and getting some charge. That's really cool. Up here you got, let's look and see what we got up here. View. I'm reviewing everything they offer right now. Communication. We've done the port configuration. Parameter, device parameters, real-time clock. What does that do? Okay. 654, yeah, that's all right. Okay. I guess you can change that for this device control parameter load configuration. Oh, okay. So on the MT50, you can set that to activate your load at different times. So obviously, without the MT50 connected, because I've had to use that port to connect to my computer, so now they have to give you a way to make all those settings on the computer, so we can make those settings on the computer. That's pretty cool. Oh, we can change it. Did you see how I did that? We're going to go to Fahrenheit's. Okay, let's see if that changed. There it is. 72 degrees Fahrenheit. I love it. I absolutely love it. That worked great. So I can put the serial numbers and all that stuff in of my charge controller. Oh, we can read it, I think. Let's see if it reads it from my charge controller. There it is. See, we're learning together. Is there anything else I can do up there? Okay, so it just reads it. So if you needed to know it, you could look at it, but I don't look like it saves it there. Okay. What's the factory operation do, I wonder? Oh, that's your load test, which is another option on the MT50 little digital meter. So I guess you can do that here. You do a load test. The global time monitoring, I clicked that when I wasn't recording. So I guess that's like if you had more than one. Load status on, batteries on. This is where you would, I think you would just copy data, and you could do it on a spreadsheet or something, I think. Let's go back to real time. Maintenance. Okay, you can export data, import data, maintenance reg data. Does it gotta help? We'll see what happens. Yeah, they got a little help station. Works with the XP 2000, Windows 7, Windows 8. I have 8. And there's some good instructions there. So if software installation, which you have to have the software installed so that you can get to this help file, it says to double click the setup. To uninstall it, you can go to your control panel and uninstall. That's pretty good stuff. Operating tip. This is where we ran into problems, but on my video here we've shown you how to set that up. Gives you some advice there. Software description, system overview. Okay. You can read through these, which I will do. Functions index. Tells you what all that does. Tells you what the toolbar is. Okay, this is where you set up your parameters, but since I'm using the flooded, it automatically sets up my equalization and all that stuff. But you can do a user defined in the control parameters, which you can do on the MT50 digital controller, but like I say, we're replacing that with the computer. Load. Real-time monitoring, data display. Okay. Love it. So there you have it. We're just going to leave that for now. And I'm going to turn off my load. We'll watch that drop down here in a second. I don't know how often you should have that set to monitor. I use the oh, I can turn it, instead of going over to the charge controller, I can turn the load on and off here. So click that on. Yep, it turned it on. Click that off. turned it off. A little bit of a delay, but it works. Cool. There you have it. If I was of any help to you, please comment, and if you enjoyed it, like it, and subscribe.